Hello and welcome yet again to Neil Bakes 2024. Nailed it. This week it's autumn week. It's autumn now, so obviously they planned it for when it would air. And we've just had Halloween. We're between Halloween and Bonfire night. So that means we're making Parkin cake. It's a northern cake. Originally from Yorkshire. I live in Yorkshire now, even though I'm from Lincolnshire. It's one of those cakes that you'd have at autumn. You'd have it at Bonfire night. Bonfire night's in a couple of days. So they timed it perfectly for when it was going to air. It looks pretty good. It's basically like a ginger cake with a lot of ginger in it and a topping of ginger. But it looks nice. Hopefully it should taste very nice. All the ingredients are here. Got quite a lot of spices. It's quite a warming autumnal bake. So without further ado, Max, set, bake! Okay, quite a few ingredients today. We've got plain flour, dark muscovado sugar, oat milk, caster sugar, prunes, some ginger, some porridge, oatmeal, vegetable oil, golden syrup, black treacle, and icing sugar. And then for the spices, there's ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, some salt, and some baking powder. Let's go! So the first step is doing the ginger, but we'll do it the other way around first. We'll make the cake, and then we'll make the crystallised ginger after that. So it says make the parking. Warm up the oil, syrup, treacle, sugar, prunes and grated ginger in a pan until combined. Remove from the heat and whisk in the oat milk. The flour, oatmeal, ground ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, cloves, salt, baking powder into a bowl, and whisk together to combine and making a well in the centre. So we've 200 grams of plain flour. Got some Asda golden syrup oatmeal or porridge, which we're just going to stick in. Now what do we need? It says we need 80 grams of this. If you don't have this one, just buy some normal porridge, stick it in. 2 teaspoons of ginger. Teaspoon of nutmeg. Teaspoon of cinnamon. Oh, cinnamon smells nice. Cinnamon's good. And a quarter of a teaspoon of cloves. This, God, cloves is really strong. Oh my God. Don't need much of these. Quarter of a teaspoon of salt. And then 2 teaspoons of baking powder, so it will rise. Whisk all these together. For the wet ingredients, we've got 100 millilitres of vegetable oil, 140 grams of golden syrup, 60 grams of black treacle. Oh God, I hate treacle because it's just so sticky. I mean, it's not much, only 60 grams, but it's just so thick. 160 grams of dark muscovado sugar, essentially the solid version of the treacle, I guess. 60 grams of soft pitted prunes chopped, and then 25 grams of grated fresh ginger. Okay, so I've chopped up my prunes. Don't really like prunes, but chop them up. So that's 60 grams of prunes. Ugh. Then we've got 25 grams of ginger, which I'm going to grate in. And that's going on a low heat to combine everything. Oh, it's all sticky. Okay, this is all melted now. It's all nice syrupy. I'm going to whisk in 125. What is it? Whisk in 125 millilitres of oat milk. Just get all that in there. Whisk this in just to make it a bit looser. We're just going to pour this now into the dry mixture. Oh god, it's literally, oh my god. Hopefully this will come together and be nice, because at the moment it just looks horrible. There we go. Okay, so that's all whisked up into my tin, which I've oiled and lined with some baking paper. It's a very, very wet mixture, this. It'll need quite a long time to bake. Okay, and this goes at 160 fan for 40 to 45 minutes. It's a long bake. Okay, so whilst that's in the oven, we're going to prepare the crystallised ginger. So there's about, I don't know, 80 grams of ginger here cut into little cubes. We'll stick them in a saucepan. We need 200 grams of caster sugar and 200 millilitres of water. And it says, bring to the boil, then reduce the heat and simmer for 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, well, it might take a while. So this has just come out of the oven. It's been in for about 44 minutes. And my crystallised ginger is nearly done. It's looking pretty good. So a few more minutes on the ginger, and then we'll drain it and then let it dry out and then coat it with sugar. Drained the syrup with the crystallised, well, with ginger in, and then we've got a bowl of sugar, which we're just going to kind of put the ginger in, roll it around in it, and it's going on this baking tray, and they'll dry off. Use my little tweezers to pick them out. They look alright actually. I've also got some reserved ginger syrup, which I'm just gonna spread over the Parkin cake to make it nice and sticky. Lovely jubbly. I'm going to leave that to dry. Okay, taking it out of the tin now. It's got a nice shiny top on it with that ginger syrup. I've mixed up the icing sugar, 125 grams, with, it said 1 tablespoon of the reserved syrup, but I probably need about 4 or 5 to get to a consistency where I could pipe it. Probably because the syrup was so thick. We're going to chop the end of this and just do some diagonal lines on the top, then we'll leave it to set, put some of the crystallised ginger on top, cut it up, have a taste. So I dried the ginger in the oven. There we go. Looks very nice. They're all nice and dry now. So I can just scatter it on and then. There we go. Done. Right. We'll leave it to set. Then we'll have a taste. Okay. There we go. I've cut it up. Let's have a taste of one of the pieces. I mean, not too bad. It looks all right. Ooh. Oh. Oh god. I think it's with those prunes. It's nice and it gives you a warming sense when you eat it. Let's try it with a bit of the ginger on top. When you get a bit of that ginger on it, that's really nice. It's nice. It's nice and warming. Tickles the back of your throat. It is quite moreish. I feel like I want to eat more of it. And one of the bonuses is it is vegan, so everyone can have it, unless you're allergic to ingredients. But sticky Parkin cake. Nailed it. Okay, I'm going to finish off this slice of cake, and I'll see you next week for, I think it's dessert week. Happy Bonfire night, everyone. Go make some Parkin. I'm going to enjoy this whilst I'm watching the fireworks in a couple of days. Bye bye.